Hi guys, Mike with Fights with Friends, and as you can see here, this video is obviously no longer available due to a copyright claim by the UFC. I'm going to be honest with you guys, this has been a pretty hard week for me. Sunday after the Liverpool stream, my stream was immediately pulled down and this message was in there. And that's fine, it wouldn't bother me so much losing out on one video. You know, ad revenue is not great right now anyway, so it wasn't gonna I was gonna make a whole lot of money off of one video, even though I did work hard. You guys know I streamed almost 7 hours on Sunday. Woke up early in the morning, but I'm willing to give up one video or one stream, the revenue. It wouldn't bother me that much. After this happened though, I got a message from YouTube that until this is taken off, or unless I'm able to figure this out with UFC, I'm facing a 90-day streaming suspension, which means no more fight companions for a long time, till the end of August. As you guys know that watch the Fight Companion, if you watch the Fight Companion, there is nothing on here that violated any copyrights. So I'm not sure why I would receive a copyright claim from the UFC. I never show any of the video, no matter how many of you guys ask me and how many people come on and say show the fight and say all these different things. Place your camera so we can see the reflection off the window. You guys have seen all the different things that people say. And you know I'm very careful about just speaking of the video. So I thought, was my sound up possibly a little bit? Is that something that UFC would possibly put a claim against? Assuming that they had watched the video and they weren't just going by my title, which is now what I believe they probably did. So I did some research online, and as you guys know, there's some people that just out and out show the fights. They may not blatantly stream the fight directly, but we've seen, and I'm going to call them out because they do this, and I'm pissed off of the BS, and you guys know it. Food fights have done it. They're probably not going to be online anymore. I wouldn't imagine they have those two TVs above them. And it's hard, but if you watch and you kind of squint a little bit, you can see the TVs, and you can, see the coverage well enough to kind of tell what's going on and make out who's who. Then you have videos that have the volume. So I go on, I'm like, what does Joe Rogan do? I know Joe Rogan's part of the UFC, but they're not going to want him pulling away from their viewership. So I went to Joe Rogan's Liverpool stream, and I'd never realized this in the past. I never recognized it, and maybe he hasn't done this in the past. But during this particular stream, you could definitely hear the volume. He was definitely playing the volume in the background, and you could definitely hear everything going on. It wasn't extremely loud, but it wasn't like you really had to work to make out what people were saying. So then I was a little confused. Of course, I go to YouTube, and YouTube tells me, file with the claimant, and I explained to them what the situation was. I'm like, this is just me talking in front of a camera. And so they send me an email back, of course, that says, well, can you send us the URL of the video? Well, no, of course, I can't send you the URL of the video because the URL no longer exists. You took the video down. So they don't even know their own rules. They don't even know that the URL no longer exists when you take a video down. I don't know if they're new or something or what. So that was pretty frustrating. So I told them I don't have a URL anymore because you guys took the video down. Silence. I have not received a response back since then. That was either Sunday or Monday that I had emailed them. I'm pretty sure it was Sunday. The UFC, I got in contact. Well, I messaged their channel, which is what you're supposed to do. How effective that's going to be, I don't know yet. They have 5 million subscribers. I imagine I'm not the only one that's ever messaged them. I imagine I'm probably not the only one that messages them in a week or probably even in a day. They probably get people messaging them all the time, asking if they can use their footage or looking for a job or just wanting to say hi to Dana. I could just imagine going through their messages, what they're going through. And I understand the UFC's point. You look at my title and it says UFC, I don't remember the exact title of it, but it said, UFC Liverpool, Stephen Thompson versus Darren Till, fight companion. I believe it may have said live. Wasn't anything different than what I generally do for my live stream fight companions, though. I didn't put, like I have sometimes in the past in the description, this is not the fight. This is me talking about the fight and a companion for you while you watch the fight. I've only done that a few times, though, and I've never had any issues. So I'm not sure if it was something to do with the Liverpool. I have another theory that I may have been flagged because, I woke up very early. I started before the UFC prelim started, and I went almost 7 hours. So I'm pretty sure I had to have been, if not the first and last live stream fight companion up, I had to have been pretty close to the first and last. I highly doubt there was very many other people, if anybody else, that streamed for 7 hours. Now that day I ended up streaming for 7 hours because, like I said, for one thing, I started the UFC Fight Pass prelims, which made it last 5.5, 6 hours. And then people wanted to talk afterwards. I was getting new subscribers. So, and you know how much I like to talk about MMA, of course. It's what I do. So I kept on talking. I most likely had the longest stream on there, close to it. Like I said, I probably was one of the first ones up and one of the last ones down, which I'm sure gave me more attention. I did get over 15,000 views. I didn't get more than Joe Rogan. Obviously, he was way further than me. I believe MMA Holes also beat me that day, which they generally do at this point. They have 4 times the subscribers I do. So I'm okay with where we are in the channel as far as that's concerned. We're catching up, and we're catching up quickly in the last few months. But this could be very catastrophic to the channel, and I'm going to have to make some decisions. One, I would like to ask you guys, obviously, for help. Please watch my DVR videos when I make videos. Even if you play it in the background, I don't care. Help me to continue to get watch time. If you could not skip the commercials, that would be much appreciated, because that's the only way I get ad revenue. And I know I ask in the past sometimes, and I know a lot of you guys don't have a lot of money, but I'm literally getting no live stream revenue for, I don't know how long this is going to last for. Probably, possibly 90 days. I don't know if the UFC is going to get back to me at all. And this kind of puts the channel somewhat in jeopardy. Now, I have a couple options. For one thing, I'm going to put in there for you guys don't remember, but at paypal.me/fightsofriends. It's more important than ever that I try to get donations, and that you guys, anything you can do to help the channel out right now would be greatly appreciated. Like I said, obviously I'm going to be getting absolutely no live streaming revenue, which means almost no new subscribers, because that's where 95% of new subscribers come that I get. And it's also where all of my super chats have came from, all of my donations. I've never gotten a donation on a VOD video, which is on demand after the fact. So anything you guys can do to help me. One thing I've also thought about, and I'll probably do it either way, is going to Twitch and streaming on Twitch. I'm frustrated enough from this situation that I'm considering spending the majority of my time on Twitch and starting to move away from YouTube, just because things like this are getting more and more prevalent. We were told that this was going to be better, that there was going to be better monitoring more closely humanly monitored videos after the requirement of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours in a year to continue to get ad revenue. And I thought that was happening. I've had less videos demonetized, I will say that. YouTube has communicated more. They put out messages, but basically the messages are, we know that it really sucks right now to be a YouTube creator, but we're all in the same boat. And that's pretty much the gist of it. So I said, if you guys want to talk to me in the comments or private message me. I would appreciate more comments. I would like to still interact with you guys. I'm not going to be able to do it on the live stream, though, until I'm able to get this figured out, or obviously until that 90 days has passed. So I'd like to hear from you guys what you think. Please, if you can, please contact the UFC. Free Fights with Friends. Hashtag Free Fights with Friends. Whatever you put out there, please just, if you could advocate to the UFC, to me, that I'm not a threat to their copyright. I don't violate copyrights on my streams. It would be greatly appreciated. You know, I put a lot of hours into this channel and into my work, and I take a lot of pride in it. I know this is kind of a longer video, and I'm rambling on some, and I'm going to put some ads in here. And I would really appreciate it if you could watch some of those ads, because like I said, I'm getting no revenue. No streaming revenue, only VOD revenue, which is very hard to get. So please tell me what you think. Feels a little bit better just being in front of the camera, because I know I'm talking to you guys and I know you guys are going to see this. And I miss already interacting with you guys on a regular basis, even though I knew it wasn't going to be till Thursday anyways. Now I feel a little empty. And I've been a little upset because I know that, you know, I don't know. The future's uncertain right now. And if this is one strike after the 90 days, I don't know what the future's going to bring as far as future strikes and things. And even how much longer I'm going to end up on YouTube with my live streaming. It's very frustrating. So I would like to know how many of you watch Twitch, how many of you would follow me over to Twitch. That would be appreciated, but just if you could, you know, give me your thoughts on that. Definitely if you could reach out or say anything to anybody, if anyone could help, it'd be greatly appreciated. I will see you guys. I'll be making videos throughout the week, and I look forward to seeing your comments. And I'm really going to need your guys' support through this if you would like me to continue doing what I'm doing. So thank you for listening to me ramble a little bit. Like I said, it's been a very hard week, and this is kind of what I do, and that's in serious jeopardy. So, but still, as always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see your finances later.